The Accidental Gangster and the Mistaken Courtesan is an action comedy set in the 1700s that follows a low-level street thug who goes by the name of Thunder and soon finds himself accidentally becoming the leader of a notorious gang. Meanwhile, a courtesan is mistakenly delivered to Thunder's place of work, and during her stay, Thunder is quick to fall in love with her and decides to name her Dishy, short for dishwasher. And so, we have the Accidental Gangster and the Mistaken Courtesan. But it isn't long before Dishy is re-delivered to her intended destination, which just so happens to be that of a rival gang. And when Thunder learns of this news, he decides to take charge of his new gangster status in an attempt to win back Dishy, even if that means facing off against the leader of this rival gang, who goes by the name of Big Gun. It might all sound rather silly, especially with character names like Thunder, Dishy, and Big Gun, but the movie does well in embracing that silliness from the very beginning, as it opens up with a fight scene that creatively presents a heightened sense of reality, which I think is a nice way to invite the audience to not take the movie seriously and just enjoy the silliness of it all, as the movie offers a lot to have fun with. From the events that set up the characters and this story, to the stylishly edited and overly animated fight sequences, alongside a number of comical scenarios and a variety of humor that's sprinkled in. I was entertained from start to finish, and I found myself laughing quite often, with the scene that got the biggest laugh out of me actually including an appearance from the director, Yeo Kyun-Dong, as he takes on Lee Jung-Jae in a 1v1. It's a really funny and memorable scene, supported by Yeo Kyun-Dong's creative and fun direction, which came as quite a pleasant surprise having seen his previous movies, with La Belle being a passionate erotic drama, and Silk Shoes being more of a sentimental drama comedy, and I have a video talking about that movie on my channel. But his approach to this movie is less focused on a meaningful story, with more effort put into creating something driven by its entertainment value, and I definitely feel like he succeeded in that regard, as he delivers an amusing movie with a stylish presentation that appears to be inspired by anime and video game action. It might feel a bit dated visually, but I thought it looked pretty cool, and I enjoyed being able to watch a Korean gangster comedy that feels a bit different and unique when compared to the usual offerings. That being said, I was quite disappointed by this courtesan's place in the story, because at the beginning, she gets quite a nice introduction that feels as though she might carry more of a prominent presence while setting the framework for a fun back and forth relationship. But instead, she's quickly brushed off to the background and she doesn't really do much for the whole movie, which also doesn't offer much development for this romantic angle, and ultimately, the relationship as a whole doesn't really work for me. Regardless, I still liked Kim Seok-Hoon's performance here, despite the minimal screen time, and overall, I still think it's a fun movie with creative direction, led by an enjoyable but somewhat exaggerated performance from Lee Jung-Jae, alongside Lee Won-Jong, who serves as a solid companion. So I would recommend watching this movie purely for its entertainment value. And if that sounds like something you're interested in, then you can freely check it out on Asian Crush or On Demand Korea.